Alright, we're going to look at and talk about hydras. Today is April 26th, 2024. On April 23rd, I was looking at a couple of gnats, and I noticed that several of them had hydras. Here's one. Here. Several of these gnats had hydras on them. Let me see. Here's the, oh Lord, buddy, you gotta be still. He moves so much. There's the hydras. There we go. Somehow he gets it on his hand here. Okay, so he has two. There's actually two. There's a dot here and there's a dot here. And at some point, they aren't so squished together. He also has something here stuck on his hand here. Okay. Here. It started off on his wing, and it just gradually moves up to where it is here. So there's two of them. There's one here and there's one here. Anyway, so I noticed this happening on a couple of these fruit flies. That there were hydras. And so I started wondering how many hydras are there? You know, that these gnats and these fruit flies have them stuck to them. So let's see. I thought I had a better. Okay, so you can see that there's two here. Okay, so that was from April 23rd. Poop. Come on. And so today is the 26th, and what I've done is I let my tray, I use this black metal tray. Basically, anytime I have the microscope on, whatever I'm looking at is going to be sitting on that tray. I wash the tray off a lot with alcohol. Pretty much anytime I use it, you know, I wipe it off and, you know, just try to make sure there's not a lot of stuff on the tray. But what happened is after I saw these gnats with the hydras stuck to them, I decided to see just how many hydras there are floating around. So I took this tray, and for the last 2 days I've just let it sit and collect dust and whatever wanted to land on the tray. I opened my window and sat it in the windowsill, so you know it's plenty of stuff. It's all dusty looking. I've taken some pictures. And so now we're going to look at what's on the tray, the dust. And you cannot see what you see right now. You can't see that with your eyes when you look at the tray. It just looks like dust. Like, you don't see any little critters with long tentacles and things. You just see dust. So yeah, right here where I've sat it, there's quite a little group of them. So we're going to zoom in on these, and then we're going to just move around the tray and see what's on the tray. So here's a couple right there. And there's some right there. I think there was something down here. I'm not sure. Can't remember. There's one right there. And that's pretty freaky. You know, that's like a whole little... Yeah, that's freaky. And there's some more of them. Okay, so now the reason I think that there was this clump of them, there's another one. That one actually looks kind of like a spider, doesn't it? Some of them do. Some of them do look like spiders, but they're not spiders. These aren't spiders. Anyway, the reason I think that what I was showing a minute ago, that there was a little group of them, I believe is because this microscope has this little guard, this clear plastic guard thing between the lens and whatever the surface is that you sit it against. And when you're pushing the microscope around the tray, I assume that some of this dust and stuff is sort of collecting and being pushed along, right, with this thing. And so yeah, you probably get probably gonna see little, I don't know, but you might see where they're more grouped together in some places. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But as you can tell, I'm already seeing a lot of these things. Let me zoom out. Okay. And I kind of want to just hop, like lift it up and move it over and sit it down. That way I'm not dragging it so much. And so, yeah. Hop. Look around. There's one. Oh, whoa, where are you going? Okay. There's a couple of fibers. Hydra. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, we looked at those. I put it back kind of where I started. So, hop. There's another one. Now, there's no way I can count how many are on this tray. There's no way I could do that. All I can do is show you that there's a lot of Hydras on this tray. There's another one. Zoom out. There's a couple. Oh, oh, oh. That looks like a triangle of Hydras. And I might not can get, because it's close to the edge, I might not can zoom in on it. Oh yeah, I'm going to get that. Okay, I'm going to try to collect that. Okay, I collected it. I have it in a little it's like a little plastic jar. The cap screws on. This is what you were just looking at, but I can't zoom in on it the same way as when the microscope's on the tray. So yeah, it's been collected. Okay, back on the tray. Got, I don't know what this is, but it's definitely got, I believe, got a Hydra attached to it. And then there's one right here. I don't know, some kind of dust. Okay, yeah. I believe there's one attached to that, whatever that is. Also a red fiber, I believe. I don't know if I should collect that or not. Oh well, let's just keep moving. There's a lot of stuff on this tray. There's no way in the world I could ever show everything on this tray. So I'm just trying to jump around and show a few, few places. There's one. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Okay, that's some kind of creepy fiber. They make some weird, really, they make some weird shapes and things. I don't know what you call it. They just makes, they do some weird things, these fibers. Okay. There's, might be one. Yeah, that's one. There's one. There's one. And one thing I can do, after I've shown enough of these, I could take an index card and kind of scrape everything towards the center of the tray maybe, and just try to see, more. Just all swept kind of together. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Shoot. Oh, here's a couple. Ooh. There's some. And a couple. There. And there. I thought I saw another one. Okay, so I'm just kind of pushing it around the tray. I haven't got any rhyme or reason, just moving around the tray. Because the tray is too big for me to show everything on the tray. So I'm just going to kind of move it around, show some of these, let you get to understand basically that there's a, oh my goodness, what in the world? Oh, well, I found a party. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Well, obviously I found a bunch of hydras all in one place. I've never seen one move. Good gracious. Good gracious. Look at this. What in the world? Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Those are the little yellow dots, little balls. Holy moly, what? What in the world? Wow. Wow, that's pretty gross. That's really gross. Whoa. Oh my. What in the world? Whoa. I gotta zoom out. There's just too many of them. Did I already look at this? And I did look at that. Yeah, I did look at that. I can't remember if I looked at that or not. I think I did. I just don't remember that green thing. Maybe I didn't. There's just so many of them. And the little yellow balls. The hydras and the little yellow balls are they're together.
To prepare embryos for injection, begin by scanning a Hydra AEP strain culture for polyps producing eggs. Collect these polyps and transfer them into a separate culture dish. Observe these polyps every few hours during the day to monitor the progress of egg formation. When eggs break through the ectoderm and sit on a ring of retracted ectodermal cells, they are ready for injection.
Wow, there's a lot. So, yeah. So there's something about that one little spot that was like a smear. It's like, I don't know. That's pretty wild. Wow. That's pretty wild. So yeah, there's a lot of hydras. Oh boy. I'm not even zooming in. I'm just going to drive the microscope around, and you know, that might be. Did I show? I think I did show that one. It had that brown thing in it. But I'm going to collect that if possible. So I don't want to slide my microscope over it and squish it or whatever. In fact, let me pause it. Okay. There's some more. There's one. Oh, what is this? What in the world is this? I don't know. I don't know. It would be a Morgellons. That's what that would be. More hydras. There's a couple. That's interesting. It's really close to the edge, so I can't get, well, I'm on top of these, but there's some I'm assuming are probably there that I just can't get to because I'm so right at the edge, and this tray has like a lip, you know, it raises up, so I can't push the microscope over all the way to the actual edge because it just doesn't, it won't, it stops. It's got this little guard on the around the lens, so you know it stops maybe half inch from the edge. And there's some more. Okay, so I'm at I'm 29 minutes. Oh Lord, there's more. There's so many. There's so many. There really are so many of these. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I've done this, I've jumped around the tray and shown, you know, that they're just all over the place. I'm gonna take an index card or something, and I'm gonna kind of sweep or scrape everything kind of into a little one little area. I'm gonna try to just pull everything towards the center, because driving this microscope around the tray is going to take hours. I can't do that. So I'm going to stop here, and then I'll pull everything towards the center of the tray, and I'll record that. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. This is obviously was a ladybug. One of those yellow ladybugs, I guess. I don't know. It's covered in little dots. I don't know if that's how ladybugs are supposed to be. These little dots. But it's also covered. Okay, I think that would be the head. Maybe it's like one of those zombie persons. Its head is empty. But you've got hydras attached to it. See all the stuff that's attached to it. I'm going to flip it over and see what it looks like on the other side. Hold on. Okay. Well, that's where the Hydra stuff was. Huh. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. And it does have quite a few of them on it. I can't show for sure. Like there's one here, and I know there's one here, that little dot. Here you can see the tentacles. Here you can see tentacles. These would be hydras. There's one here. Right there. And then you got all of these back here. I have no idea how many are back here. I have no idea how many are up at the front. Anyway, I just thought this would be something interesting to show, since I'm showing the hydras, and they were all over the gnats and fruit flies the other day. So, and this is just one thing laying on the tray. It's just a tiny little, it was a tiny little brown, bigger than the rest of the dust, but I couldn't tell what it was. But I could see it with my eyes. It was just a little brown thing. And, so yeah, I wanted to see what that was. Okay, so yeah, that's gross. Okay, I found another interesting thing on the tray. It was obviously some kind of insect. It is dead. It's very tiny. There's a Hydra right there, right here on it. I have no idea what kind of insect it is or what killed it. Okay, now this is what is collected in the little cap. This was all on the tray, and so I've taken it off the tray. See all the hydras? There's lots of hydras. Lots of stuff. That was the ladybug body. That was that. I think that was the other dead bug body, or that one there with the wings was. That brown thing up there, I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, they're all covered in hydras. That's a fact. And hydras are everywhere. Okay. So yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff in this little cup that I collected from the tray. Let me see if I can get it on a... I bet you if I put it on something white, it ain't going to show up. But let's see. Okay. Yeah, see those things, they hardly even show up on white. Look, you don't even see those hydras, do you? They just kind of disappeared. All you see is a little bit of crazy little dust, and, well, there's something. But you sure don't see them like you do on the black. Like, see? Here, let me find a place that shows some good ones. Okay, up here. Okay, so you can see a couple there, quite a few. Now, if we move it to the white, see how you don't even see them? They just sort of disappear. And back on the black. See? I don't even see them. Okay, so yeah, lots of hydras. Okay, that's all I was going to show. It's hard to show anything with it in this cup. I can't zoom in. I can't get it to focus on anything. Just, this is the only setting I can get it on right here. So, there we go. Okay, hydras.